Sure, Kevin.
You guys have, no, you guys are missing it too. Whenever you get something Xerox on the Xerox, it can always happen. Here's the book. Alright, so you're going to have to listen to page 2 and 3, I'm sorry. She was nothing of the kind, okay, not cheap and easy. In fact, she had dropped out of college when she suspected that the chief purpose of her parents sending her to Wellesley had been to have her dated by and eventually mated to some well-bred man. The recommendation of Wellesley had come from her older brothers, who had assumed her parents, had assured her parents that Wellesley women were not thought of loosely and were considered high in marriage potential. Jenny felt that her education was merely a polite way to buy time. I mean, sort of like to waste a little time in order to wait for something else to happen. As if she were really a cow being prepared only for the insertion of the device for artificial insemination. Her declared major had been English literature, but when it seemed to her that her classmates were chiefly concerned with acquiring the sophistication and the poise to deal with men, she had no trouble leaving literature for nursing. She saw nursing as something that could be put into immediate practice, and its study had no ulterior motive that Jenny could see. Later, she wrote in her famous autobiography that too many nurses put themselves on display for too many doctors. But then, her nursing days were over. She liked the simple, no-nonsense uniform. The blouse of the dress made less of her breasts, and the shoes were comfortable and suited to her pace of walking. When she was at the night desk, she could still read. She did not miss the young college men who were sulky and disappointed if you wouldn't compromise yourself, and superior and aloof if you would. At the hospital, she saw more soldiers and working boys than college men. And they were franker and less pretentious in their expectations. If you compromised yourself a little, they seemed at least grateful to see you again. Then suddenly everyone was a soldier, and full of the self-importance of college boys. And Jenny Fields stopped having anything to do with men. My mother, Garth wrote, was a lone wolf. The Fields family fortune was in shoes. Though Mrs. Fields, a former Boston Weeks, had brought some money of her own to the marriage, the Fields family had managed well enough with footwear to have removed themselves from the shoe factories years ago. They lived in a large, shingled